talk about momentum the other night. It just seemed like they grabbed it pretty early. That'd be pretty accurate.
Yeah, they were better than us from the drop of the puck. Obviously, the first shift all the way to the last shift. They played like it was a playoff game. We played like it was an exhibition game. That isn't even close to what we need to do in order to be successful. We weren't even in the hemisphere of what we need to do. So, we have to be a team that plays every night like it is a playoff game, and our battle level has to be way higher. Our compete level has to be higher. Our work ethic has to be better. In all those facets of the game, we weren't even close.
Get a chance maybe to get back in the game that second period. We got power play to man manager for a little while. Was that an opportunity there squandered? Maybe get back in there with something.
Yeah, you get a I don't know, a minute and a half of a power play, then you get about a 30-second 5-on-3, then you get another minute and a half. Like, find a way to score a goal in those situations. But I thought our PP mimicked our 5-on-5 play. Execution wasn't good enough. Work ethic wasn't good enough. So, with all that said, Ned kept us in the game. It was a 2-0 game. You have a chance to come out in the third, have a great third period against a team that's just come off a West Coast trip that lost a player early, withdrew on. And we didn't even come close to mustering the effort we needed to make. We need to have in order to win the hockey game.
They didn't give you much time or space either. We got to be pretty accurate, and they didn't give you much room to do.
It's hard for me to judge. Obviously they came out, and like I said, they came out and played like it was a playoff game. And I expected that. We expected that. But we should have too. And, from my perspective, they didn't give us much time and space, but we didn't do anything to create time and space because we didn't win enough battles.
Last one's Ned. You mentioned Ned. Well, we kept it.
Yeah. I think since the last part of the game against Chicago, until now, he started to find his groove a little bit, and I thought he played real well and certainly kept us in the game.
Next, go to Zoom. Some questions.
We'll continue with Helene St. James.
Hey, Jeff, you guys are at 500 now after 10 games. How would you assess the first 10 games overall?
I would say for a large part of those 10 games, our compete level is extremely high. Our work ethic was extremely high. And it's hard for me to talk about 10 games with the taste I have in my mouth right now, because that wasn't close to what we've been. I think we've worked hard to develop an identity of being a team that's hard to play against, and tonight we weren't.
Is that the encouraging thing then? That, there's ample proof of how much better you can be, and you don't have to look back very far?
Correct. Yeah, we know the formula for us to have a chance to have success. We got to be better defensively over that 10 games. That's one thing I think we can be better at. But I think we know the work and compete and the urgency with which we have to play. And for whatever reason tonight it was missing. Outside of tonight, I think it's been a pretty regular staple of our game, and it's going to have to beat it for us to have a chance. This was a good lesson for us. I think we had like 4 chances in the game. If we're not going to come and work like crazy, we're not going to have a chance. So let's come and work like crazy.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Ansar Khan.
Yeah, Jeff, just along those lines too. Obviously it's hard to mount comebacks when you only get 10 shots over the final 2 periods and just 3 in the third period. Do you attribute that more to what they were doing or what your team wasn't doing?
I'm assuming if I'm their coach, I would be happy with the way they played. But I'm not their coach. I'm our coach, and I wasn't happy with the way we played. So I'll leave it at in terms of all I know is what we were doing wasn't good enough. I know that for sure. I know we had a whole bunch of players be not even close to what they're capable of. So we didn't create any pressure on their D at all in the third, especially. I thought in the second we had some pressure. We didn't create a lot of chances, but we had some pressure. In the third, we had 0. Again, to me, it's inexcusable. We got to find a way to make sure we're way better than that.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
Last question, Max Boltman.
I'm actually good, Alex. That was mine too from
Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, everybody. That's all for us tonight.